Hi everybody, this is Jean-Charles Compagnon with the KiOui apps. Today we're going to be doing a video to show you and explain the VeRO program at eBay. Basically, the VeRO, which stands for Verified Right Owner, is a program that eBay had to implement due to the digital Millennium Act, which basically says that a website that sells other people's item, like eBay or Amazon, has to take down items when the verified right owner asks for it. So the first thing to understand is that eBay does not have a say in the matter. They have to respect the law and they have to enforce the law. However, it is my belief that eBay does not do enough to explain to users that are having this issue how to counter it and how to work with it. Thus, I'm doing this video to try to help some of you, and hopefully it won't happen too much to you, but it can happen to a lot of people that are doing the right thing but still get some item falsely reported, and I'm going to show you how to deal with that. So I was selling this item on eBay, and suddenly basically Minecraft t-shirts, they're novelty t-shirts, and I receive the dreaded email from eBay. MC99999. Everybody worries when they get this one. Listing policy violation alert, trademark violation, unauthorized item. Now here's the thing. Obviously if you're selling counterfeit or stolen property, well, then there's nothing you can do. You gotta, just bite the bullet, and you should not sell counterfeit product. However, it happens that in this case, we're a registered vendor, an authorized vendor of that suppliers. So there's definitely a misreporting here, and potentially we could be kicked out of eBay for it, and things like that. So when you receive this and it's not justified, you must fight it, because that goes on your record. That can be a big problem down the road. So I'm going to show you what we did. So we received this message here. Obviously totally freaked out. It's in the morning. You always receive those at night, so you wake up in the morning and it starts a very good day. So basically they're telling us here that they had to remove the item because somebody reported it. The listing was removed after the right owner reported it as counterfeit. So obviously we know we don't sell counterfeit because we're a certified vendor, reseller of that vendor. So obviously we're going to want to try to fight that. So the first thing that eBay gives you into this message is, for more information, go into the VeRO page. So we're going to click on the VeRO page and go to it to see what it tells you. So it tells us, basically about trademark, and you're not supposed to sell stuff, and if to understand whether your item, basically you are bad because you sold something and the right owner had the right to basically take you down. But in those pages, I don't think eBay does a very good job as to explaining what you have to do. They do a good job at defending themselves. Can eBay verify my item? No, eBay has not inspected the item you have listed, nor do we have enough information to do so. And that's because of the law. They have to take down the item. The item is being reported. They have to take it down. I want to contact the right owner. Well, when we remove a listing, you can see that we send you an email in my messages which contains the name of the right owner and their email address. We encourage you to contact them to see what happened. You should ensure that you include the following information into your reply. Okay, so basically if we go back to that message here, you see that all that eBay gives you is, we encourage you to contact, and then here Here's the owner. Okay, and here is the email address. They don't give you much. They could give you a phone number. You know, they could give you. Usually those emails here are just bogus, and you can't get to them. They're just like a, you know, the end of the line, pretty much. So let's go back to this page. Why didn't eBay contact me before? Well, when they get notified by the right owner, they don't have a choice, you know. And basically what eBay is doing here, they're explaining to you why they took down your item, you know, and they go at great length into telling you that you're screwed. Which is, you know, it's okay, but they should explain more how to counter this. If you're really in your right and this was a report, you should be able to counter it. And if you look here, you know, information for eBay users. Well, there's introduction about VeRO, reporting, eBay against counterfeit, VeRO participation about me page, create a VeRO about me page. If you are not a right owner, here, let's try to click on this one to see what we get. The VeRO program is for a right owner. Basically, stolen item, report item. How about there, you know, it being a line here that says, here, let's try to click on this eBay information for users. And that's the page where we were at. How about eBay, you just add a line here that says, well, if you have been reported wrongfully, watch JC's video to try to figure out how to counter this. While eBay does not have to, this is the information for eBay user. Okay, this is not for VeRO owner. So in this page, they should explain what I'm going to be explaining in this video on how to counter those. And eBay does not. And I think that's a very big flaw in their page here. And I think they should be including instruction on how to fight it. Okay. So that said, you know, you understand my my view of this. Okay, so we go down, and for more information on how eBay protect, you know, we already watched this one. How about we click on this one here to see what they talk about. Let me close this one. Let's see if there's more information on this page. No, this is basically how eBay is covering their ass to cover their butt so that they don't get sued. Okay, here, I need to file a counter notice. This is about solve a problem. This is about as much help as we're going to get. So let's try to see what they give you here. I think that the right owner made a mistake. If you're unable to resolve this issue with dispute with the right owner, contact us. When you contact eBay, I've tried, they tell you, well, you got an email from eBay, you should contact them through the email. Okay, well, can I talk to the VeRO program? No, in fact, you cannot talk to the VeRO program. They don't have a phone number. eBay does not want you to contact them directly. Now, something that they don't explain here that I'm going to give you is that you can actually email directly at VeRO, V-E-R-O, at ebay.com, and it gets to that team. But they might just totally ignore your email. But so anyway, let's go through this, solve a problem. Okay, so basically they're telling you that you have to contact the right owner. But again, right here, what do they give you? Just a bogus email address and the name. Okay, they don't give you a phone number or anything. I need to file a counter notice. Okay, what is a counter notice? A counter notice is a form provided by eBay in compliance with the Digital Millennium Act that you can read here when filing a counter notice. Once we receive a valid counter notice, we'll provide a copy to the VeRO participant, and your item will be reinstated within 10 business days unless they sue you. So basically, one of the things that is not explained to you, and that is part of the Digital Media Millennium Copyright Act, is that if you file, just like the owner files a notice to take down your item, if you file a counter notice, eBay and the right owner does not sue you. They don't have the right to answer or something. Their next step is to sue you. So you gotta, you know, make sure that you're not filing a counter notice for really when you're selling fake, because their next step is to sue you. But what is not explained to you here by eBay is that basically, they will inform the participant, and if the participant, which is the right owner, does not sue you back within 10 days, eBay has to put back your item on eBay. So basically, eBay has to take your item down when it's when somebody reports it, when the right owner reports it, but eBay also has to restore it when you file a counter notice that is legitimate. Now, again, be aware that the next step after that is if the right owner does not agree with your counter notice, their next step is to sue you. So be mindful that if you're obviously selling counterfeit, you do not want to file this. But if you are selling legitimate things, then don't hesitate, file it. Okay. To find out what information we need, you can click on it, and let's see what eBay gives us. Basically, to take you to the Millennium Act, that gives you all of that BS. Excuse my French for saying it, but this is just plain bullshit sending you to that, okay? And I'll show you a little bit later the form that eBay actually has that they don't give you. Okay, if you want to file a counter notice, contact us. So if you want to do that, you're going to contact them. So you click on that, which is taking you here to the general contact us, which is going to go to the VeRO program that's never going to answer to you, okay? Because you don't file the right form and everything. And I'll show you how to get the right form later. I don't understand why my listing was removed. Well, eBay is covering themselves as well here. I want to know if you gave someone my I want to know if you gave someone my information. Yes, basically when there's a claim, the right owner may have the option to request your name, address, phone number, and everything. But you, as a user, you don't have to request. You don't have the right to request the right owner's address and all of that. You just get the email. Okay, so now you've established that you've been wrongfully reported, and you want to file a counterclaim. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to contact VeRO, find stuff on the website, try to get them to send you a form, try to get them other stuff, and basically after you've monkeyed with them for a couple weeks, you're going to get back this form here, which I have as a PDF, the US Counter Notice 1207 from eBay. This is the form that eBay wants. This is the form that VeRO has. This is the form that VeRO sent to me. And this is the form that I'm going to post a link at the bottom of this video for you to be able to access so that you don't have to search VeRO for 20 weeks like I had to. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know. So let's scroll down. Basically, this is blah, 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 and some more blah, blah, blah. If the reporting party disagree with your counter notice, they may file a legal action against you to prevent the reinstatement, okay? Let me actually reread this. Upon receiving the original of your fully completed counter notice, eBay will notify the reporting party, okay? If the issue cannot be resolved, eBay will send your counter notice to the reporting party. eBay will inform the entity that the listing will be reinstated after 10 business days unless eBay receives notice from the reporting party that it has filed an action seeking a court order to restrain you from relisting this item. So basically, this is what I was saying earlier. eBay has to put back your item after 10 business days unless you're getting sued. So this is serious here. You know, you want to be sure that when you file a counter notice, you're actually in your total rights, because that might end up in court. Obviously, you know, before filing this counter notice, you should probably try to contact the owner, and I'll show you again how I did this in this matter. But let's go down to this form and explain it. You're going to have to file this form here, put your item numbers, description. You're going to have to read all of that, because this can go to federal court. So again, you know, be mindful that when you do that, you should be in your own right. And in this case, we were totally in our own right. We're a certified reseller of Mojang, and so there's no reason why we should be reported, okay? So you're going to have to put your information here, signature. Now this needs to be notarized, I believe. Even if they tell you here that it does not need to be notarized, just go to your bank and get it notarized. Okay, this is just to avoid problem down the road. And you can fax this to eBay at this number, or, and I would not say actually or, I would say and, you want to email it to vero@ebay.com as well. Okay, so now that you have the form filled, you send it to eBay, and eBay has 10 days to reinstate you. And after 10 days, either you're getting sued or your item will be reinstated. Now, what does reinstated mean? Your item is not, once your item is reinstated, it's not going to go back on eBay. You're going to have lost your sale. You're going to have to lost your throughput on your sales. You know, if you're priming the pump on it and you sold a couple item at cost to get sales going, basically all of that is gone. What you will get is in your unsold item, you will get your item back so that you can potentially relist it. But when you're going to relist it, you're going to get a new eBay ID, eBay item ID, and everything's going to be new, and you're going to have lost your sales and all of that. But at least you get your item back, and you also have on record that you successfully appealed this one, therefore it doesn't count against you for other issues down the road. Okay, so that is the process one of getting your item reinstated. And again, reinstated is very, basically you get your item back-ended. Oh, another thing to notice is that when eBay here sends this email to you, it also sends a nasty email to all of your customers that have bought from your items, you know, there, and there, that they potentially and most likely bought a counterfeit. So that also exposes you to potential negative feedback, which really sucks in this case because eBay is not going to remove them after the fact. So this is another reason to try to take care of this matter as soon as possible, because when your item is going to be reinstated, eBay is also going to send a very nice email to all of those customers that it previously sent an email and say, oh, well, that was a mistake, and we reinstated this item, and in fact, it's not a counterfeit, so we're very sorry about that. So this is also important that you do that so that your customer get the proper email back from eBay and potentially you don't get negative feedback. Okay, so once your item has been reinstated, you get another MC99. So, you know, the exact same way as you got the other one in the morning, you get another MC99 and you're totally freaked out in the morning. But hopefully this one says listing reinstatement in it. So you are like, okay, thank God, a little listing reinstatement. That feels good. So eBay then tells you that we have restored your listing. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, excuse my French for saying that, but they have not restored your listing. All they have done is just put it in your unsold item. And, you know, again, I think this is a poor implementation of the VeRO program from eBay because they should be able to actually just hide it, you know, maybe give you a 5 to 10 day where your listing is actually hidden for you to file a counter notice so that you retain the same item ID rather than having your item ID totally been taken down and having to relist it. We have sent an email to any bidder of those items to let them know that the listing were removed in error. Good. That's a good thing. Our buyers are going to be happy about that. And again, we're sorry for the inconvenience this has caused you. Yeah, of course, I've been having the last 2 days being nightmare, but that's okay. Thank you, eBay. At least, you know, we're doing this video here and we're explaining how this works for other people. Okay, so that's how you can reinstate your item. Another way that you can reinstate your item is if the person that filed this VeRO report actually emails VeRO or contacts VeRO and say, hey, I made a mistake. So guess what we did as well in this case? we took this here. We didn't email enforcement@sheridans.co.uk, but I took this here, and I went into Google, and I just pasted it. Again, this is the address after the @ here. Sometimes this does not work, and you actually need to put www in front if their item is not properly, if their website is not properly configured. So then what did I do from then? I'm like, oh, so now this is, okay, so I looked at Contact Us. Guess where this law firm is? They're in the UK. Oh my, that's great. So I went to Skype, and I paid $10 to be on Skype International, which lets you place calls for like 2 cents a minute. And I called them. So I got the main office, and first off, I didn't go and say, hey, you know, are you the lawyer that sent the... No, I went very professional. You don't want to sound pissy or, you know, anything like that. But I basically just called them and said, I understand that you're the lawyer firm for Mojang, here, Mojang AB. Could you please give me the name of your attorney? And basically, they went ahead and told me the name of the attorney. They transferred me to his voicemail, and I also asked for his direct email address. So from there, I sent him a direct email address. I also went back here and let's see, found his name. Let's see, where is he? Right here, which has a nice picture of him. And got his private email address as well as his work phone number. So I just went ahead and called him. You know, I spent basically 44 cents calling him. I had a short conversation with him, basically told him where I was getting my products. And he replied the next day to me and said, you know, we checked with the vendors, and you're in fact a registered reseller and certified reseller, and we're very sorry about that. And I'm going to send an email to eBay asking them to reinstate your item. So if you're in your own right, do not hesitate to actually dig a little bit, you know, and try to find the firm that's handling it or who did the report, and try to contact them and try to get a hold of them, you know, and try to get them fixed. It obviously has a lot more power when it comes from the person that filed the report, you know, to put the item back. So let's see. I think that's about all I have to explain about the VeRO program. Again, you know, what you need to understand is that eBay is just a third party in this. They have to follow the law and the rule. The law is when an item is reported, boom, they have to take it down. The law is when a counter notice is filed, unless you're getting sued, they have to put back your item within 10 days. So if you're in your own rights and you have done nothing wrong, then please, you know, use this video to file those reports. So let me see if I can pull a notepad here and recap a little bit what I've been saying. So if you want to email VeRO, you can email VeRO at ebay.com directly. Okay, you can also fax them, and let me find that from the form here. And you know, my suggestion in this is I wouldn't just stop it at faxing it. I would email it, I would fax it, I would, you know, fax it 3 times if you have to make sure that it goes through. Let me type that. VeRO email. VeRO fax. And basically try to track down and get a hold of the person that filed this this report. You know, again, you have a few information here. You have Mojang AB, for example, or Notch Development AB. If you can't contact them through this, be very professional. You know, you just go to Google and you Google for it. You'll see some information here. Mojang Notch. This is on Mojang.com. You know, be a little smart about it. Try to, you know, find what's happening. Try to find the company name. Obviously, we don't care about all of that. All we want is to try to find them. So you know that Mojang AB owns this. You could go to Whois database. So just search for Whois. Oops. Yeah, Whois. Let's just use the whois.net, for example. Ooh, that looks complicated. Not going to use that. Let's use the GoDaddy one. And we're going to search for Mojang.com. And it should give you where their website provider is. Let's see. 8MB3X. Verify code. Okay, so you can see that the register is from KiOui domain. You can see that Marcus Peterson is the registered person. They're in this country. Don't hesitate, you know, just try that. Give that a phone number and ask them, could you please point me to your attorney's office or to your legal department? And, you know, follow the path. Obviously, you know, if you're in your own right, you should do all of that. I'm also going to post the link to Counter Notice below. I don't have the link yet, but I'll post it as soon as I post this video. And you can see it on the bottom of the video. So there, I hope I'm helping some of you that will have some problem with the VeRO program and have some item wrongfully reported. So this is the procedure to basically get your item reinstated. And again, reinstated is just going to mean that it's going to be dumped into your unsold item. But at least you won't have any more trouble, or this won't be a mark on your record. So again, this is Jean-Charles Compagnon from the KiOui app. Hope this is going to help some of you. Like our video, find us on Facebook, and again, thank you for listening.